What's up, everybody? This is Chris with Megatron Gameplay, and this is our 100 subscribers Q&A session. For this video, I didn't really have any decorum or style to how I wanted to do it. I basically just copied the questions from the announcement video and put them into a Word document, and I'm going to just read them out and answer them as we go along. So if your question was asked before someone else, I don't want you to feel snubbed. I'm just basically, as I said, copying the questions as they're listed in the comment section on YouTube, and we all know YouTube comment section. Let's not even go there. Also, I'm gonna leave some random video game recordings for your viewing pleasures, so you're not staring at a screenshot the entire video, because I don't know how long it's gonna run. Granted, we didn't get a lot of questions, but I tend to ramble a lot, so this could be a fairly long video. I'm not sure. Let's see. Also, for the lovers out there, happy Valentine's Day. I hope all is well with you guys. I'm actually recording this on Valentine's Day, and Mrs. Megatron is currently at work, but when she gets off from work, we have reservations at this real swank restaurant downtown. I was actually pretty surprised I was able to get it, and serve what is it, Mediterranean food. I don't know if you guys eat that. Let me know if you guys eat Mediterranean food, and let me know what we should have tried, because obviously after this video I would have already eaten it, but this is my first time trying this Mediterranean restaurant. It's real swank. It's downtown Houston, and looking forward to that. Afterwards, you know, I guess we do what lovers do afterwards, I guess, you know. But anyway, on to the reason why we're here, which is the questions. Before we begin, also let me give a special shout out to Ren. Is it Renion? Let me know if I'm saying your name right, dude. Renion is a long-time subscriber. He's been with me since I started the Skyrim Game of Thrones Let's Play, and he's a real supportive cat. He's always watching my videos and leaving good comments, and I really appreciate you, dude. So yeah, so let's get it going. The first question is by June, Joon, who's also doing a Let's Roleplay Skyrim on his channel. You guys should check it out. It's very entertaining. You know, I enjoy watching it. And so he actually has two questions. The first question is, how old are you? And the second question was, what recording software do you use? Let's see. The first question, I'm actually 32 years old. September 2nd, 1981, which would make me a 80s baby, which would explain all of 80s references that I use. What recording software do I use? I'm using Avermedia Live Gamer Capture HD. I know that's a long ass name. What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description to the actual product. It's real good because it doesn't take a performance hit on your system, and it allows you to record 1080 to 720 to 1080p, which is great because, as I said, when you're playing games as intensive like Skyrim with all the mods that we use, it can become quite taxing on your system. And with the Avermedia Live Gamer Capture Card, you all the pre-rendering is done while it's recording, so it's simultaneously rendering the video while it's recording, and it's absolutely amazing. It's a little bit pricey, but as a matter of fact, I think the price is probably going down on it. I originally paid about $180 for it, and I'm sure the prices come down now because there's a newer version of it. So anyway, I'll leave the link in the description if you want to check that out. Okay, I'll just clap my hands together so if you guys can see me. Next up, we have Nyessa of Nyessa Gaming, and Nyessa asked a quite a few questions, which I love, and we're going to answer all of them. Her first question was, what got you interested in gaming? And there's a caveat to that, what was your first computer game, and how old were you when you first played it? Well, Nyasa, I can't remember what was the actual spark that ignited the interest in gaming. I just know when it was lit, it's been burning ever since. I've owned almost all of the gaming systems they had coming up, from Atari to Nintendo to Super Nintendo, 64, the dreadful Saturn gaming machine. Yeah, I've had them all, and my first experience with a computer game, not a game that I actually owned, but on a computer, was Oregon Trail. And how's that for an 80s reference? Anybody remember Oregon Trail? Yeah, it was Oregon Trail and this other game, Where in the World Was Carmen Sandiego. Those two games was my first exposure to PC gaming, well, besides Solitaire, but who's counting that? Let's see what else. Nyasa also asks, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel? Did you think and plan a lot before doing it, or was it more spur of the moment? Well, I actually go back a little bit into my console phase to kind of bring you up to speed to where I'm at now with gaming. It really all comes back to Skyrim. I had the game Skyrim on PS3, where I logged well over 400 to 500 hours, and I already thought back then that this is the greatest game of all time. Never played Oblivion, never played Morrowind. I did play Fallout, but Skyrim just blew me away. Just everything about it. And again, I was playing this on vanilla, into the phase of modding and seeing what was possible when playing video games on a PC, because at that time I didn't own a gaming PC. I had PCs in my house, but they were more, either standard run-of-the-mill printer, like just word processing and internet surfing type computers. Nothing close to what Megatron is. And so that piqued my interest in being able to do basically all these things I'm seeing done on videos where where people are modding their games. Gopher is a huge reason why I have a YouTube channel, because watching his videos as well as others kind of just sparked my interest in, I can do this. I can, I think I'm reasonably entertaining as far as being able to play a game and still be able to hold commentary and talk about things that I'm doing, or even role play. I didn't see that in my future with playing Skyrim, but I love it, and I just think it's one of those things where I just love the game Skyrim so much that it became natural to want to be able to record and share these things, because when I played it on the PS3, I would have moments where, man, I wish I would have had that recording. Like, man, that was such an epic battle. I was this close to dying, but I figured out a way to, beat that last character, beat that Hargraven or that dragon. And man, I wish I would have had that recorded. That would have been awesome. And then I seen that people were actually doing it on YouTube, and I'm saying, man, I can get into this. And lo and behold, dropped a couple thousand on getting Megatron built, and then rebuilt once again when I decided to go with a GTX 690 video card. And here we are. So I guess you can say it wasn't spur of the moment, because it took some time for Megatron to be built. And while it was being built, I was looking at great videos like the ones you produce at Nyasa Gaming, and Zmoth comes to mind as far as role playing, and just a slew of folks that I watch. I'm willing to bet that if you're watching this video and you make Skyrim Let's Plays and you have role plays somewhere in the title, I've seen your video at some point, or I've watched your video, or I've followed your series, or I've subscribed to you due to just you having that title on there. Because I feel like I'm more of a fan of watching folks play the game than actually playing it myself. And when I'm not playing it, I'm modding it all to hell to the point where it breaks and I have to fix it all over again. And I enjoy doing it. It's sickening sometimes. So yeah, it's crazy. Finishing up with Nyasa, she says, according to Google Plus, you're based in Texas. Have you lived there your whole life? What are your favorite and least favorite things about where you live? And she also adds, I ask this as someone who comes from a thoroughly Texan family, though I was the only one born and raised outside the state. Yeah, well, to be honest with you, Nyasa, it's kind of hard to find anyone here in Texas that's actually from Texas. If you find a natural born Texan family, then you're pretty lucky. No, but I'm actually from New Orleans, Louisiana. Born and raised. My family and I moved here in 2005 following the events of Hurricane Katrina. We then moved to Dallas for about 2 years and then moved back to Houston in 2007. So I spent, like I said, 2 years up in Dallas. Love that city. I mean, I love Houston as well, but Dallas, I'm probably more partial to Dallas because I'm a Cowboys fan. Just thought I'd put that out there. And so, yeah, Dallas is a great city. Houston is a great city. However, you asked the least favorite thing about where I live: traffic. If your folks, you let me know, Nyasa, if your folks lived here in Houston, and I'm sure they will agree that the traffic here is ridiculous. And I know it's bad in every state, and I'm sure most of you guys can share a story about where it's bad at in your city. But let me tell you, Houston is a total different beast. I mean, where I work, I have to wake up at 6 in the morning to get there about 8 o'clock. And that's if traffic is going smoothly. So yeah, it's I hate the traffic out here. I wish we would get to the point where we're living like the Jetsons, where we have the flying cars, but then people drive bad and cars grounded. So I can imagine what it would look like if we're all, you know, flying around in the air. But anyway, that's the wrap up. Nyasa questions. You had some great questions, and please get back with me about your Texan family. I want to know what particular area did they stay in. Interested to hear if it's Houston and if they would agree with me about the traffic. You let me know on that. Okay, so next up we have Hyperbowl, and he's another YouTuber who has his own Skyrim Let's Play channel. You should check it out. He plays as a Vigilant of Stendal, and I believe his character name is Redley. So check out his channel as well. He has some great videos for Skyrim. His first question, and he has a total of 4. So his first question is, I imagine you looking just like Corvos. Do you look just like Corvos? Well, now, looking like Corvos, so you're implying that I'm an Imperial, Hyperbowl? No, I'm just joking. Here's a M. Night Shyamalan plot twist, I guess, because I'm actually African American.
What?
Yeah, I'm actually African American, and definitely not Corvos. Think Peter Griffin, bald with a goatee and black, and you have Chris with Megatron gameplay. But I don't have gonads for a chin. I mean, let's not go there. But anyway, yeah. So Hyperbowl, that's the answer to your question. When I read your question, I was thinking of all kind of ways to kind of make fun, you know, I poke fun at you with the videos. But that's the best I came up with. I hope you're not offended. You seem like a real cool guy. And anyway, his next question is, what do you do with your time when you're not playing games or making videos? I work as a fraud analyst for one of the biggest banks here in America. I'll let you guys figure that out. I was told I can get in trouble if I drop names, so I won't. But not like I'm checking the Megatron gameplay video anyway, but let's not take any chances. Anyway, I worked there as a fraud analyst, and we basically research suspicious activity on people's accounts and look for you know, suspicious deposits, ACH withdrawals and deposits, stuff like that. It's pretty fun. It's my other home away from home, you know, because I'm there most of the day. Besides work, of course, spend time with the missus, and I have 3 kiddos, all boys. One is 12, let's see, 8 and 6. And so I have a football player, a basketball player, and my youngest is going to be starting track and field. I think in the summer we're going to try and get him in track and field. So I guess the next question would be, well, how do you have time to make these videos? I'll answer that later. But I do it in snippets. Shalon asked a real great question, and I don't want to overstep his question. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. Just spending time with the kids, going to practice, going to events, and in between try to spend some time with Mrs. Megatron whenever that happens, because she travels a lot. She works as a research coordinator, our monitor for pharmaceutical drugs, so she's going all over the United States with that, and rarely get much time with each other. Valentine's is especially special for us because we really don't get that much time with each other, and so yeah, looking forward to tonight. Anyway, TMI there, right? Let's see, let's go with his last question, or his third question, I'm sorry. And this question is for everyone, guys, so feel free to chime in. He asks, is anyone up for some multiplayer action? Don't really care what game, preferably something co-op, and that you can play in shortish sessions. I can't say that word, shortish. Alright, I got it. We could even upload the footage if anyone wanted to. Just a thought I had. Well, I'm with that. I'm actually with that, bro. I feel like as the channel grow and as you guys channels grow, we can really develop some type of community here that may have developed from Skyrim and other games, but can definitely venture into more of a, like I said, a community where we, you know, schedule game nights and different things like that. I'm all for that. I love to play, you know, games with folks that I actually know as opposed to strangers and getting all kind of crazy folks online, you know, and I'd rather play with folks I know anyway. So yeah, I'm totally with that. Anybody have any suggestions on what type of games, multiplayer games out there? I know very few for the computer, like I said, because I'm new to PC gaming, so I know of very few multiplayer games. But I just had a video up of me playing Far Cry 3 with a couple of my friends that I play with pretty regularly. As far as any other multiplayer games, there is one game that I think we all might be interested in, and I actually pre-ordered my version of it. It's The Elder Scrolls Online. Far be it for me to try and organize some type of guild, because most likely I'll join somebody else before I start my own. I just do not have the wherewithal to even attempt to try and keep that going and to make it to where it's something everybody wants to be a part of, because from what I can tell, it's a job within itself, and I'd rather let somebody else take that responsibility and I'll just join in the ranks or something like that. But yeah, Elder Scrolls Online, that's definitely on my radar for some multiplayer game action. Let me know, Hyperbole, if you're planning on getting that one as well. But as far as any games you have now, if you have Far Cry 3, just give me a list. I'll tell you what, respond to this in the comment section with the type of multiplayer games you have, and everybody else will see it, and they can probably chime in and see, you know, what games that we all have in common that's multiplayer co-op that we could probably get into. I'm totally down for that. Let's see. Okay, so Hyperbole's final question is, are your videos constantly bombarded with matched third-party content like mine are? If so, do you do anything about it or just leave it like I do? I'm right there with you, Hyperbole. I leave it be, unless you're just totally against having ads placed on your videos, then by all means you have the right to contest it. But in my personal case, I don't care, because my videos aren't monetized, and I don't want to monetize for that purpose, because if it's a specific song that I want to use for my video, then under the Fair Use Act I should be able to use that song, and all rights reserved to the person that owns that intellectual property. I'm not trying to infringe on them in any kind of way, and that's why I'm not trying to make money off of the video. And this is pulling me into that whole YouTube content ID thing, and I know that's not what you were going for, because I think you use some of the same music in some of your videos that I do, Hyperbole. And yeah, so the short answer to your question is absolutely nothing. If that ever changes where we are getting strikes against it, against our videos, then I'm sure they will let us know, and that'll be the day when I'll stop making videos. I'm getting a little teed off just thinking about it. In the meantime, yeah, I do absolutely nothing about it, because they gotta make their money, and I'm not trying to make any money, so it's a win-win in my case. So that's all I gotta say about that. Finally, last but not least, we're gonna round out our 100 subscribers Q&A session with a question from Shalin Young. This guy's been around, I want to say, since almost the beginning of my channel as well. Always leaving comments, whether it's suggestions, constructive criticisms, or kudos on my videos, and that's all you can really ask for. I mean, it's enough to have you guys actually watch the video, but to comment and give some feedback on it, it's to any YouTuber will tell you it means so much. And this guy's been real consistent with doing that for me, and I really appreciate him. So we're gonna round it off with a question from Shalin to finish this off. And his question is, what is the process of making your videos? He adds, they are amazing, and I can tell a lot of work went into them, or a lot of work goes into them, I'm sorry. Yeah, so you're absolutely right, for one, and thank you. A lot of work does go into them, but as I mentioned earlier in the video, not all at once, obviously, because due to my scheduling and basically real life, I'm not able to upload the type of videos that I produce on a regular basis. As a matter of fact, if you go back to the Skyrim Game of Thrones series, that was during the summertime when the kids were out of school, and the only person I was taking to sports practice at that time was my middle son, Warner, who was playing basketball. And so whenever I had free time and I didn't have to bring them to practice, or didn't have to go to a game during the week, I was coming straight home and doing what I enjoy doing, which is making these videos. And it was usually when Mrs. Megatron would be out of town as well, and so it just kind of gave me time to really get a heavy production rate out of the Skyrim Game of Thrones. Whereas with the Dwarfing Man series, I'm squeezing it in as I can. I really want to make more videos for you guys, but it's difficult, as I'm sure you guys can understand. So what I do, the method to my madness to getting these videos done is I would normally do it like in 10-minute spurts, where because I don't have the luxury of playing the game like a normal Let's Play, where you just kind of jump in there and just let whatever happens happen, kind of wander around. Especially with a role play and what I'm trying to do with my narrative, I gotta go in there knowing exactly the type of scene I want to do and get it done relatively fast. And so that's what I do. I'll come in, know exactly what scene I want to do with, one of the characters, jump in there, record it, and then back out. And then do that on another day, go in, record for a couple of maybe 10-15 minutes, and jump back out. And then what I'll do is, during the editing phase, which takes the longest obviously, you take all those 10-15 minute videos and you mash them together. You cutting down your editing and chopping everything up that you need to come out with this neat little story, that I try to get around 30 to 35 minutes in length, just so I'm not taking up all you guys' time with trying to tell my story. But yeah, I mean, that's the only way I can do it at this point. Again, I wish I could upload more videos, but due to, like I said, real life constraints, you just can't. Would I like to do this as a full-time job and get paid for it? I don't know, because then it would feel like work. Right now, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like a hobby, a labor of love. But if I thought I was getting paid for it and I thought it was in demand, like I got paying customers looking for this, then it would get bored. It would get tired real quick, and I think I would walk away from it. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. And with that, guys, I think we're finished with our 100 subscribers Q&A. I really appreciate your time watching the video, and hopefully I got all your questions answered. And if you have any follow-up questions, please feel free to go ahead and follow up on it. I'm always up for engaging with you guys, and talking about mods and talking about Skyrim or whatever else is going on your channel. I'm with it, and I really appreciate you guys subscribing and watching my videos. And here's to 100 more, but only if they're as cool as you guys, because you guys make it worthwhile. So I'm gonna go again. Happy Valentine's to the lovers out there. Hope you and significant other enjoy your night, and I'm gonna do the same. This is Chris with Megatron Gameplay, signing out.